So my worry is that Bitcoin won't sustain this trend for another 10 months. So I'm a bit cautious. I'm looking at sentiment. I'm looking at the trend.
It tells you how much euphoria there is in the markets when an asset goes from 0 to 94 billion. It was worth more than his real company that he has in the stock market. $94 billion worth of market cap was created by the fact that Donald Trump's face was in an electronic asset.
And that's the bottom line. Unfortunate as it sounds, and it is, the market doesn't care about inflation, about unemployment, about GDP. At this time, they only care about rates coming down.
Welcome back, everybody. Markets have been crazy and Trumponomics is full steam ahead. We are seeing markets extreme volatility after Trump got elected. We are sitting very close to all-time highs. We are bouncing. All of the major plays that we have in our portfolios are going insane. We have 3 popular investors that are paying attention to markets and are going to give you their opinions and their playbooks in this episode. So make sure you watch until the end because we're going to tell you what we're trading on and what's on top of our desk. So make sure to pay attention. So Demetris, tell me what happened with Donald Trump in the current markets.
Okay.
What has happened this week?
So the inauguration, obviously, a couple of days ago, and during the weekend, the launch of the meme coin, of the Trump meme coin, which was interesting. We're going to get into it at the end. But, so let's take it back from Trump. So Trump got elected in November. Then the markets rallied. Do you remember the markets rally into mid-December? Then at the end of December, it was like some rebalancing, some profit taking. The market worrying a bit about inflation and about the Fed. And then last week, we got the inflation data, lower than expected, fairly, but the market just looking for good news. And then that started the next wave of the market going up, and that leading to the Trump inauguration a few days ago. And here we are, crypto rallied. Bitcoin made a new all-time high yesterday. Solana, which the one I'm invested in, it's my favorite coin for this cycle, is doing very well. I would like to hear Timothy's take about Solana in some point. The things I'm looking is energy and electric vehicles, executive order that he signed, obviously we're going to talk about those later. So that's my take so far, what's happening in markets in the last few days.
Timothy, what happened in the world of crypto and meme coins?
Yeah, so I'm really impressed on how the market continues to climb. I was actually expecting a bit of more of a correction, and that's also what I said in the last podcast, that I was expecting a bit of profit taking, a bit of a correction for a few weeks. We did have a small correction, but it was less than expected. And that has caused me to really jump into the market again. So I told you I sold some altcoins, I sold some stocks. I'm now back in 95% of my portfolio because the trend is up and I'm not gonna go against this trend. I'm reversing back long 100%, and that's how I see the markets now continue for the next couple of weeks long.
Yeah, no, definitely. We've seen the bullishness continue throughout. After Trump got elected, there was a lot of reshuffling. So we saw money getting moved out of the big plays that have worked for all of 2024 into the whole market. When we look at the Max 7s, Apple was down almost 4% yesterday. Tesla was down at some points in the market, another 4%. So the big money was shifting. But if you looked at the S&P 500, it was actually sitting at 0.5%, which was fantastic. So this tells you that the market likes Trump. The market likes where we are heading with all the policy changes. And we definitely got a little bit of clarity. to where he wants to go. We understand that problem number one is immigration for America. They're trying to deal with that. But interestingly enough, the Trump coin that Demetris mentioned tells me something maybe a little bit incognito that I want to get to in the end, at the end of the episode, when we talk about the magic investment of the week, I guess. But was that Trump did not mention crypto in his inauguration speech, but just before he was president was the thing he launched. So that, I think that has hidden context more than anything else. I think, maybe he's playing the smart trader in this case and hoping that crypto comes down a little bit to then buy and then shoot it up to the moon when he finally mentioned. But I digress a little bit. But yes, so what happened with Trump seems that at the start of the year, Marco was very euphoric. It sold off just as Trump was about to get elected because there was a lot of uncertainty and doubt. To reach that that peak uncertainty, that peak doubt that the market was, spooked about, Trump gets into power. Now we have clarity in what he's going to be working on. The orders that he signed are set, and now we know what the direction is. So the market is getting a lot calmer, it seems, going forward. So hopefully that continues. And I do believe that that's going to continue. So I want to take you guys a little bit into understanding, okay, now Trump is elected. Big part of the fear, uncertainty, and doubt has left. What do you think are the things that the market is paying attention to right now?
Okay, so let me go first on this one. So obviously he's pulling a lot of moves. He frees the government hiring yesterday. He's not. The U.S. government is not going to be hiring any more people. And in the other hand, they are announcing so many projects. It's going to be so much spending. So, and I guess if you look in markets, and if you're like a macro guy like myself, you probably be worrying, like, for the last 25 years, this issue with the debt ceiling that is coming around not too long from now. That's always the question mark in the US about how much debt they're going to have, how much spending they are doing. So that's the thing that markets are worried. And inflation is another thing that markets are worried, because we are not out of the woodwork. We're still like high two when it comes to inflation until it gets down to low twos, because we need the Fed to cut this year at least a couple of times. And we got one good report like a few days ago, but we have to get another one, and then another one, and then another one. And every time we get those inflation readings, every month the market is going to wait for a spike in inflation. So that's the worry I personally see, because we've been getting earnings for the last few days, and earnings are coming out strong. So the earnings are looking strong, but we need earnings, strong earnings, lower inflation, so the Fed can cut a bit further, so we can give the market the next leg higher.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely agree on those points. I think the debt ceiling is something that's up there, but still with Trump, they're gonna push it. They're just gonna continue to push it. Inflation is definitely something that I big hedge fund managers are paying attention to, and any tick up is gonna cause the market to sort of fluctuate and create volatility. But I don't think it's gonna outlast, because there's no major force. The force that created the inflation before was the printing of the money. They're not printing as much. So hopefully that stays level, but it's definitely in the world worry. I agree with you. The unemployment level is something that I am paying attention. It's something I include in this case. Many people want the unemployment level to go up. I don't want the unemployment. I want the unemployment level to stay and the inflation to come down. If unemployment starts going, then we're talking the recession story, and that gets a little bit scary. So hopefully that's the way. But I agree with you. Earnings is in the docket for the next month. Is going to be only earnings. And make sure to subscribe, because we're going to be talking about those in the episode. The future episodes. Market Buzz, where you get the news first. Timothy, what do you see in the wall of worry?
So me as a crypto trader, I'm looking at when could the market be topping. And so once in a while on my eToro account, I like to post to all my followers, like, what do you think? Are we topping out? Or I even say it's time to take profits. And usually when I do that, there's not much happening. You know, you have people saying, "Oh yeah, I took some profits," or "No, the cycle will continue." But what was really funny yesterday when I posted the same thing yesterday, everyone was so angry that I was telling them to take profits. Everyone was telling me, "What are you saying? It's gonna next from here. We haven't even started." I mean, the hysteria I had in my post yesterday was really, it showed really that we're not maybe at the final stage, but we're heading there. So my worry is that Bitcoin won't sustain this trend for another 10 months.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a bit cautious. I'm looking at sentiment. I'm looking at the trend. I'm following the trend. That's also why I entered the altcoin market again. But I'm not gonna think this can continue till the end of the year. At some point, we're gonna need to cash out, and I think we're not early in the cycle, but we're also not too late. There is a lot of gains to be made, and that's usually in the last few months of the cycle. So that's what I'm really waiting for those last gains we can have in hysteria mode. Yeah.
So you're definitely
Nestor, I saw your post, Timothy, the one you're referring to, and I saw the comments, and it was unfortunate. You're right. It was more than what deserves to be on the comment section. But people get angry when you say that you should be cautious when it comes to investing and trading, instead of people being pragmatic and remember what happened in previous cycles. They just chosen to be angry. So it is what it is.
And sometimes you get new investors that just continue to think that this is going to continue to go up for the rest of eternity, and then you're going to be able to buy the whole world for one Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You know, and all of a sudden it's like, maybe in the future when we are an interstellar species and we have taken over Saturn, and sure, you know what I mean? Maybe. But there's times, there's cycles. So that's definitely something. I agree with Timothy here, where we have to put in the wall of worry just the cyclicality of the market, whether it's in crypto, in chips, in many different, the business cycle is a real phenomenon, you know? So it's definitely something to put in. One of the couple of things I'll add is the geopolitics, you know? We are getting into that phase of calming down geopolitically in the world, but I still have some fears there. You know, hopefully it doesn't continue to heat up now with Trump, because we know that he, you know, next to his Coke, next to his can of Coke, he has the nuclear button, which is a very important button in America. So hopefully he doesn't press it, but with Trump, it's more likely that he presses. He gives you that energy that he's willing to go crazy at any moment. And he now has the power to do so. So potentially puts people at bay, but it can also escalate very quickly. The tariffs are also very important, something that I'm paying attention to, because the market rallied because he said no to the tariffs just yet, but they're coming. The question is how strong they're going to be. And I think that they're not going to be as strong as he's coming in, because he's a deal maker. You know, he's going to be like, I want 200% tariffs every single time you sell an iPhone. No, okay. I go to the reality, which is 10, 20. He goes to a little bit more real now. So we have to win.
Negotiation tactics is what he does.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Start high, meet in the middle.
Yeah.
Correct. Trump is going to be talking a lot. And one of the things I wanted to tell you guys is, like, you know, if you have the Twitter Pro, make sure you open up that tweet deck so you can keep tabs of Trump, because everything he says is going to move the market.
Yes.
We are into Trump land economic. That is reality. Twitter has become one of the most powerful tools. So something very important. And then the good things that you see happening.
Okay, so his policies are business friendly. Okay, and ridiculous as it sounds, because Trump is a character, he's more pragmatic about the realities of the economy, of the US economy, than the previous president. Okay, he's not going to add regulations upon regulations so they can drill out oil. You know what I mean? The very thing that the economy needs. Okay, I understand global warming, and I'm not against it, and I understand we have to find a sustainable way to move forward. But at the time, right now, that's what we have and that's what we need. And putting regulation on power regulations so we can get the very thing we need doesn't help anybody. And Trump, he has been pragmatic in the past about policies that help the economy. And I believe I think he's gonna use the same playbook that he used 4 years ago. Maybe he's gonna change some things, maybe a bit more of crypto and a bit more of technology. And now this time, if you remember the last time he was president, all these people that they were with him at the inauguration, the Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and all these guys, they weren't his allies last time. This time are his allies. So tech is going to be a big sector to watch in the next 4 years. But I'm feeling bullish about the US economy. This is a business-friendly administration. And if nothing crazy happens, because, things happen that you cannot foresee.
You can always get the black swan.
Yes. If nothing crazy happens, I think we're gonna have a long bull market with Trump.
Timothy, tell me, what is the good things that you're seeing in crypto? At least as I heard you, I think you've just said that altcoin season has started.
First, let me give you a little quote, okay? Listen up. We're gonna win so much. You may even get tired of winning. And you'll say, please, it's too much winning. We can't take it anymore, Mr. President. It's too much. And then we will win more, okay? So that's my view for the next years. And it's crypto, it's tech, especially AI. And that's what I'm betting on. And I'm watching, everyone is watching Trump. He has his own crypto wallet. And what is he buying? He's buying Ethereum. He bought Ethereum with the Trump coin, So Trump coin went up, then he sold for Ethereum. Then he bought Link, Aave. Those are like the blue chips within the crypto space. And that's also what I have in my portfolio. So I have Aave, I have Ethereum, Demetris, you have Ethereum as well, I know. And if Trump is buying it, I mean, you can't go against it. It's super clear for me that he's gonna pump at least Ethereum back to new highs. So that's something what I'm looking for this year, especially for Ethereum to turn around and make new highs.
Okay, we're gonna ask you a question now. I was just discussing this earlier with Nestor. What do you think of the notion that Solana is going to be the coin that's going to lead the altcoin, not Ethereum, this
cycle?
Yeah, that's a good point. Why did he buy Ethereum? Because he's probably bullish on Ethereum. He has launched his NFTs, I believe, on Ethereum, but the meme coin was launched on Solana. And that shows that there is no other chain where you can do this. If you did this on Ethereum, the gas prices would go up and up and up. It wouldn't be affordable. So Solana is like the meme hub. Okay, so there's no questions asked. And that's also the reason why you have coins like Solana. You have Radium, where you can buy the meme coins, pumping very hard, making new highs. So the Solana ecosystem is also very bullish. I'm also invested in Solana. Now, my guess is Solana will continue to outperform because memes are the flavor of this cycle. It's a bit unfortunate. Last cycle we had DeFi, we had NFTs. This year is like cultural meme coins, but that's just to put a name on it. That's bullish in my eyes. Eventually, they all will go to zero, most of them. So for this cycle, yes, Solana is probably continue to outperform Ethereum and Bitcoin as well.
But Ethereum is coming up eventually, correct?
Yeah, so if it makes new highs, that doesn't mean it will outperform Solana.
Yeah.
It can make new highs without even outperforming Bitcoin and Solana.
Yeah, okay.
For me, the wall of hope is simple. Trump is coming in and he's likely going to be spending in the right places. So you got to listen to what he says. And if you want to make money this year, you got to download Truth Social. It's the truth. So for this year, I'm still bullish. I do think that there's yellow lights flashing, but as long as they don't start compounding and getting to those red levels and then all of a sudden getting a lot of red levels altogether, that's the reason I would subscribe to Market Buzz, to make sure that you know when those levels are hitting the red levels, So, but so far I'm comfortable. We've had the January storm. We have passed that storm. I'm comfortable where I'm at. I'm comfortable in my position. But right now, I want to touch and I want to be quick in this section, right? So this new segment is going to be it's going to be called What's on Top of Your Desk. So I want to know from each one of you, what is the thing that you're paying attention to right this second? For example, I'm going to start, right? So to give you guys an idea of what I want. I'm looking right now at two companies. I'm looking at SMCI and I'm looking at Intel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Potential investments to place. Why? Intel, potential acquisition target, but also it has earnings on the 30th. And I want to be paying attention very closely because I want to know what has been happening since the last earnings that were catastrophic. I think we're going to bounce back, potentially see some interest back into Intel, and then those PE ratios continue to grow. And SMCI, and this is a very big caveat, if the numbers are true that the company states, and we can prove that we are out of the woods with their accounting problems, that company is worth a lot more than it's valued at right now. So we could see that stock rally. We have the SMCI earnings on the 3rd of February or the 2nd of March. I'm not too sure. I have the data here, but I don't know. Well, regardless, So we have, I'll put it in the comments down below just to make sure. But those are the two companies I'm paying attention to. And I think that you're going to be able to make a quick buck quite easily. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. We're not financial advisors. So all this information is for you to do your own research and for us to do our own research. So, Demetris, tell me.
Okay, so I watch a lot of politics. Politics has a lot to do with how I invest my money, and I pay attention to the macro forces. And Trump give us a lot of things to look at. But watching the inauguration, and I watched it live, and I was posting during, and then I post after. The people that they were sitting behind him, the big tech CEOs, listen, people don't understand how significant it is for someone to sit behind the president. Those seats are for the family and for the cabinet. For you to get up there, this is like the best seats in the house, okay? And Elon Musk, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, Bernard Arnault, the guy from LVMH, he was there, okay? So these people, they sat behind the president. It wasn't a good look for the business moguls to be behind the president, even though they weren't his friends in the last time around. But that brings the question, we have to look those companies in the next 4 years, because the TikTok is looking for someone to buy it. And these are the people that they have like the deep pockets and they can buy it. And if I was a betting man, and I'm not, I would bet that Amazon will be the one that is going to, it could be a front runner. I don't see Elon Musk getting it with having both. It doesn't make any sense. Mark Zuckerberg with Facebook and Instagram doesn't make much sense. So it's Amazon, and I have a big position in Amazon. I think it's my top position by now. So that's the one thing, the one part I'm looking at. The other thing is energy, which we briefly touched in the intro. Energy is such a complicated sector. It's not simple as, okay, the oil barrel is like $60. It's cheap, and it's expensive, and that's all it is. No, it's much more complicated than that. And Trump, I believe, trying to get the oil price, the price of oil down, has everything to do with inflation. He's trying to do what he can by himself to get inflation down, instead of depending on the Fed to keep the rates up. Because one risk we haven't considered, it's the following, and let me know what you guys think. So imagine in 2 months from now, inflation goes up to 3.1, and then it goes up to 3.2. And then Jay Powell hike rates. What Trump does in that scenario, it's going to be a shit show. He's going to be tweeting wanting to fire him, and markets were not going to like that. So let's hope inflation goes down now with Trump in office, because it's gonna open another can of worms. My head is like in a lot of different places, but first I'm looking big tech, and second I'm looking energy.
Timothy, I know that right now you're sitting in a high throne with your fart coin, and I'm sure you got that Trump game. So I want to hear what you got on your desk.
Well, first I talk about some positions that's only on eToro. Then I can talk a bit about some of the positions of eToro, because some of them are not listed on the platform. So on eToro, I think for crypto, I'll go with the majors. Like I said, Aave, Link, Ethereum, Solana. Those are good picks. If you want to go a bit more degen, a bit more risk, you will have Ray, which is a trading swap project on Solana, where all the memes are getting listed and getting bought. So eToro has that one listed. If you want even a meme coin, you can go for Dog with Head or Bonk. Currently not so bullish on the meme coin animals, but more on the meme coin AI stuff. So like Fartcoin is a AI meme coin, because it was a AI bot who was hallucinating about Fartcoin, telling it was the most reflective asset for the cycle. But also the AI crypto coins, which are really small cap coins below $1 billion. But there's the hype right now. And on, for example, Solana, you have Griffin and Griff. So two projects focusing on AI. You have on base chain, Anon and Virtuals. Virtuals is more like infrastructure, making the agents connect with each other, deploying agents. And the Anon coin is a project specifically for the DeFi and AI combination. So you can just write, I want to bridge over to Ethereum, buy this token, and then give me the money back to Arbitrum or Optimum chain, and it will be all automatic. And that is good for people who are not used to using DeFi and not used to play on chain with their money. And I will just do it for them. So that's really deep into the crypto space.
We definitely need to go deeper into another episode,
Yeah. But that's what I'm watching.
Perfect. That's awesome. That's great news. So, Dimitri, you got something on your mind?
Yes. So the question that everyone is wondering, and I want to hear it from Timothy, what's going on with the Trump coin?
Okay, it was this weekend. I woke up and I saw this tweet from Trump himself, like mentioning, "This is my meme coin, Trump. Here is the address. Go buy it." And immediately your reaction is this a scam? Has his account been compromised? So I was really not. My first reaction was not to buy it. Okay, and then when it kept going up, info about the coin came in that it was truly his coin. And then I was saying to myself, okay, well, it's already at 1 billion. I'm not going to chase it right now. And what happened was it sucked all the liquidity of all coins. Everything went into Trump. So you saw even Solana. Solana was the only one pumping when it was on Solana. But you have Ethereum, you have other chains like Sui. Everything was dropping because everyone was selling their stuff to buy more Trump. Okay. So this is very bullish because what happened, you have a lot of new crypto participants entering the space, and you saw it on the Play Store. The number one application was the Moonshot, or I don't know what's the name, the app that's specifically for meme coins, where you could buy the Trump coin. It was number one. So that tells you how many people went there to buy coins. So what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks? People are going to put their salary back into the app and try to buy new stuff. It's going to be on Solana. It's going to be degen stuff, meme coins, AI stuff. So I'm very bullish in the short term for crypto, thanks to Trump, actually.
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned that, because one of the things that I did a live stream on my channel for the inauguration, and I was waiting for the comment. And then I was like, oh, this is going to be negative. He didn't say anything about crypto. But interestingly enough, before he was inaugurated, the last thing he mentioned and the last thing he posted was Trump coin. So that means that he's going to give free reign. You're going to be able to do whatever you want in crypto. It seems like, because he's doing it as the president, like when it was the Hawk Tuah girl, you know what I mean? Okay, look. Okay, we can say that there's still some gray, but what's the gray note here? The president of the United States is starting meme coins to take advantage of the market. So that tells you that it's good. I think it's going to be good for crypto. The regulation is probably going to be cemented during his presidency, which is good. Gary Gensler is now gone. His cabinet has crypto enthusiastic people. Now, the big question goes down to, what are we going to allow? We're going to see a lot of money being created, but a lot of money being lost. So the question goes down to this. Should you buy Trump coin right now, Timothy?
For me, no, I'm not into this Trump coin. Maybe you can trade it for a few months, but I'm not very bullish on Trump. He even sold Trump to buy more Ethereum, so I'm not sure if he's really bullish himself. And then the Melania coin drops, and then you saw even coins like his house Catalana. You can buy his whole family now, so it's too saturated now, and I would not focus on the Trump coin myself.
How much were you guys surprised of the speed in which the whole thing unfolded? Like, because the coin when live was launched Friday evening in the US, and by Sunday afternoon in Europe, it was on eToro. So the whole thing happened with the markets closed during the weekend, which is, I mean, that was the fastest by far.
100%. I've never seen assets go up that fast.
Which tells me the FOMO wasn't just by speculators, but also by the exchanges to list it on their exchanges, so they can offer it to their investors. Which is interesting, because it shows you that when people want something to happen fast, it happens fast if they want it to. And that was an illustration of it. Of course, I didn't touch it because I'm not a crypto investor. But it was interesting to see the whole thing unfolding, and people were nuts. On eToro, people were nuts. Like for Saturday and Sunday, I woke up Sunday and I had like 40 or 50 notifications and alerts on my phone, on Twitter, on eToro, on everything. And it was like, okay, am I dreaming? What is happening? Trump coin brought, and you know what? It's fair to say that the new bull market, or maybe alt season, was started by the Trump coin. Is that fair to say?
I think so. The thing is, it tells you how much euphoria there is in the markets when an asset goes from 0 to 94 billion. It was worth more than his real company that he has in the stock market.
Yes.
$94 billion worth of market cap was created by the fact that Donald Trump's face was in an electronic asset. What does that tell you about the world? I have no idea. But it tells you that exchanges can put assets really quickly because they managed to do it today. So, options, eToro, options.
I think Timothy posted that in some point it was worth more than MicroStrategy.
Yeah, who held so many Bitcoin.
Yes. So that didn't make any sense. But I guess that's the world we're living nowadays with crypto and with meme coins. But yeah, if you have to take a step back and see how everything was moving, and then if you look the big picture and you zoom out a little bit, it wasn't too long ago. It was like the beginning of the year that it was like a bearish sentiment in markets and in crypto. And then one good set of inflation data, and one meme coin to launch, and then markets get a new markets get a new good sentiment to run on. That's markets.
It's the truth. It's the truth. And I think that's it. I think that's 2 episodes right there, boy. Well done. I think that was good.
It was.
Thanks so much for watching, by the way. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. We are sponsored by ourselves, so make sure you watch our portfolios below if you're looking for any trade insights or potential positions, because we don't not only talk about it, we show you what we trade. So make sure you ding subscribe. All right.
Thank you guys.
All right.
Thank you guys for watching.
Take it.